wait. I gotta make sure. Was that actually Bill Ludlow?
Bill Ludlow.
Okay. Okay. You know what? Truce is off.
What a shit.
I had a true. I had
was at. Let me tell you the handle to make so you make sure that it is actually Bill.
All right.
It's Bill Ludlow, the name. It's got Bill's picture where he's looking off to the side, and it's at Bill_Ludlow.
Yep. Okay. So I had a truce, Bill Ludlow, and I told him he could either stop harassing me and just as the fact that I was a friend to him one time and treated him as a friend. I thought he was a friend, but he backstabbed me. But I was going to go out of my way to say, look, I'm not going to come after you if you just knock your shit off. He agreed to that. Clearly, he has no concept of what it's like to be an ethical individual. Address what you said, and I will address it in a fucking video, and I want every goddamn follower of yours to understand what a low down goddamn piece of shit you've become. You came to my Patreon, you signed up, and you tried to troll my fans on my Patreon, you piece of shit. How dare you tell me that I have anything to apologize for? You got with Agrippa. You got with the Talking Shit Tuesday piece of fucking cockroaches that are out there. You're the one that got down in the muck deciding to try to troll people with the most duplicitous, underhanded, unethical people I have ever met in my God-given life. You, sir, are shit. Fuck you.
I wonder if this douche canoe would actually want to step up to the plate, because here's the thing.
Bitch, please. I said
bitch. Bill, you done fucked up. You fucked up royally because I was with you. The same thing I had with Katie, right? I said I was not going to fucking talk about this shit out of respect for you. There is no respect for you any longer. So, you are a pile of fucking feces.
So let me get this straight.
How dare you?
So let me get this straight. So all this information is out there. It's clear as crystal. No one can actually disagree with it. Even people who had their heads wedged up their asses for 100 days are still well, now they have no choice but to come out and face the music. Bill, on the other hand, is like...
You know why I'm triggered, though? You know why I'm pissed off? Because Bill was an actual friend of mine. Bill was an actual friend of mine that I helped, and he may not admit to it, but I helped get him started in his path, because yes, he was known before, but nobody really knew who he was in the group. I got him to do a debate with Ken Hovind. He was very successful. I was very supportive of him. Yeah. That's how he got to be known. But then he decided to side with the Talking Shit Tuesday pieces of shit that Reds and I have distanced ourselves from immensely, as you guys can see from what Fiona and XXX Lid and Cliff Jumper.
And Bill is also doing all this behind a block, by the way.
Yeah. And by the way, don't think that we've forgotten about those people, Reds. I haven't. I'm just postponing it. They will have their date as well.
Don't worry. Hang on one second, guys. There was a hashtag that I just want to repeat. So there we go. That's a good hashtag. I like that hashtag. It's a
good one.
It's a good hashtag. I say let's keep it going.
This is what happens when a friend of mine, somebody who I actually respected, was a friend of mine, decided to become duplicitous. I mean, literally, the guy comes to my Patreon to troll my fucking people.
He goes to
what the fuck's wrong with you? Who does that? Flat earthers would do that shit.
He goes to Patreon to troll, then goes over on Twitter to troll, and then says that I was lying when, guess what, motherfucker? I actually posted the video where I demonstrate myself telling the truth, and he still fucking denies it with timestamps.
Bill could
everybody who asked Bill for evidence of any of this stuff on Twitter got nothing. He put out a video that I saw that's no longer around, but his video was fuck all evidence for nothing. It made him look like an idiot. If I
can jump in, because I don't know Bill Ludlow. I take it your word that you guys were friends at one point, Steve, but yes. I don't know this guy. Now, his tweet does heavily imply he's talking about you, but somebody actually asked him if he's talking about Kyle directly. I'm waiting for a response to that before I jump all over his shit, because I agree. It heavily implies he's talking about you, about the apology.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But he doesn't outright say it, so he's got that weasel out of bullshit.
But he's also, I've seen him on other things saying things as well. He's not, even if that's, he's actually said other things in the last couple of days that I've seen. So he has definitely not abided by this truce.
Oh, don't
and I
worry.
told him, think very carefully.
Don't worry, guys. Like I said, there's going to be some more coming out about this in the future, because unfortunately, they are they don't seem to understand that no means no. And if you push me far
They
enough,
really don't.
Well, yeah, no shit, really.
These people are the bullies. And by the way,
in fact, I'm going to call. Did you know that one of them decided to go to the Drunken Peasants comment section and start spewing shit
Yes.
there?
By the way,
wow, really, guys?
Like they weren't invited on to Drunken Peasants to actually have the conversation.
Ben actually sent that specific one to me directly via DM.
Same here, specifically to me through DM.
Yeah. And a few other people I know. And so, Ben's not an idiot. He knows what's up. But, when it comes to people like Bill Ludlow and all that other crowd, they've shown their hand. It's one of those things that if people cannot see what these people are like, I'm doing a show tonight on cyberbullying with somebody. Her name's Lily Jean. She has 1 million followers on Instagram.
Beaten by the Queen of Hearts every time. Have you heard about the lonesome loser? He's a loser, but he still keeps on trying.
How much of a fanatical anti-Christian, anti-creationist Ludlow was. His hatred burned against God, and that was reflected in his ungodly agenda by getting people to accept his evolution jargon and to reject the Bible. But me and Nick have, been co-owners of several Facebook pages, of pro-creationist, pro-Christian pages, and during those stints, me and him have came across Bill Ludlow for several years, at least 5 years, at least. And I have screenshots of him and his antics and what the levels he went to try to defame and try to ruin the reputation of Christians. So it's unacceptable. I'm not going to pay homage to someone that has inner depth hatred against God and an enemy of God. He lived his whole life being in opposition to God.
Bill Ludlow, he knew both sides. He hated God. He hated Christians, and he hated creationism. He attacked those all out. If he found out that you were one, he would go to your Facebook page. If you didn't have one of those, he'd go to your YouTube channel, just like he did with me. You can even see his comments still to this day. And he'll hunt you down. He tries to figure out who you are. He wants to find out anything about you personally to attack you. This is from somebody who basically just doesn't believe the same way that you do about something. That's psychopath material. That's like communism. You don't think the same way as me, you're outcast. We would always have a comment like, when do you want to debate us? He would never want to do it.
I completely agree. I feel zero sympathy for him. He was responsible for have some of our old pages. See, we had more than one page too. Our first page had 20,000 followers. And even our second page had hundreds of followers. I mean, they had lots of followers. And Bill was part of the trying to undertake those pages, subvert them. And he succeeded. But here he says he publicly outed. See, even this Bill Ludlow, Nick's, Nick had to protect himself because, like, his job. So he has other names. Like, his Brady profile, he outed that. He got that his other... here's the thing too, that Bill had I don't know how many sock accounts he used to try to delete our page with. But several years ago in the Heavsker, he would use numerous sock accounts to harass. That's all he did, with harass Christians and creationists. This is years ago. Years. He was dishonest, scientifically illiterate, bigoted against Christians, and a degenerate. Yep. Sadly for him, he was most likely sent to hell. One less scumbag on earth. Yeah, especially for people like us. Hopefully, any damage he did to young, impressionable minds can be undone. Great point. So this was, I'm going to give you the date. So 2018, Bill starts to gloat that he took part of taking down our pages that we put so much work into. And so he's gloating here. He goes, he hits my name on Facebook, Tom. Hey, Tom, they removed your anti-atheist memes page. Ha ha ha, he put his little smiley face there. And I go, we know who was part of it. So we already know Bill was part of it. He goes, you're next. And like, he's gloating in it, and he's making fun of it. And like, you know what I mean? Like he's partying, basically. He's so happy. Look how happy Bill is that all our hard work was taken down. And so this is said in around the same time. Apparently him, Ludlow, so this is common practice with these people. Ludlow, CST stands for creationists say the stupidest things. That's their page. And so he teamed up with them. And you can see that they all work together. And they all worked in cahoots to try to undertake or try to take down our pages. And look what he did. Oh, look, he did it. He got it. He accomplished it. Your page has been unpublished. So we've found out this is one of his sock names. Sherman is just one of my many. Sherman Mueller. Ludlow the Lock. And now, you know, the most sickening part of it, though, is this Bill Ludlow had a fetish with a Marine, a creationist. His name is Gary Robokoff. And look what he says here. So, okay, this is the person that Bill decided to try to attack. Someone tell Gary Robokoff, I'm honored to be one of the first called a troll. He's happy to do that in his special little group. Oh no, the Christian creationist group. Oh no. He could at least spell my name right, though. How do these people have a life at all? Look what he says. And even he's telling Gary Robokoff, look, he's a Marine. Troll, Bill Ludlow. That's horrible. What kind of person would do that? That to disrespect, to try to disrespect the people that die for our country and sacrifice their lives for our country to us to have freedom. Yeah, so look what he says. And technically he's missing the best part, another pussy creationist. So he's gloating on and calling people and attacking and trying to make fun of Christians and creationists. That's all he was about. This is exposing what he really is. We're telling the truth. So, I mean, this was so prevalent with this Marine that he decided to troll and hate on. Everyone I don't like is Gary. So he had this seated hatred against Gary, this guy named Gary. I think Robokoff. There's even memes made about that. He just arbitrarily picked Gary Robokoff to try to pester and show hatred towards. I wanted to show a video of how sick this Bill was when it comes to attacking Marines. I'm going to show this. Bill actually put this on his YouTube channel, Creation Science Fiction, Stolen Valor, starring Gary Robokoff. I'm going to debunk this anyway. He's trying to show that Gary Robokoff was a fake and trying to undermine and take away and try to defame all the work that all the military work that Gary Robokoff did for our country. He's trying to smear that. You know what kind of lowlife that is, to try to smear someone, especially someone that's volunteered for our country. You have to be the bottom of the barrel for that. So here's the video.
Thank you. As the war and possible solutions to it are discussed in other parts of the world, the results of the North Vietnamese offensive.
So this Walter Robokoff is actually a family member of his who also served in the military. And he had the gall or the guts to try to say that Gary is stealing from his own family member. Are you serious? You know how low that is, and how what a low life you have to be to do that? That is pretty bad to go to that level. That's like what rats do. He's like a rat. The lowest level that hides in the dark, and he scatters away when he's getting revealed. And look, he gets all this homage from atheists. Yeah, tell me if he deserves that.
Offensive or an unforgettable reality here in South Vietnam. Long after the fighting stops, as it surely eventually will, all of this will remain part of the long heritage of the Vietnam War. Ron Miller, ABC News, My Chon.
So this little propaganda thing, it's rhetoric. He's trying to try to smear Gary Robokoff, who actually served our country. So look at this. Like this is actually on Bill Ludlow's other page. Channel, YouTube channel, Creation Science Fiction. Oh man, he hates Christianity and creation so bad, he's actually delusional with it. Wow, that's pretty bad to try to defame and slander and try to rip away the reputation of someone that actually volunteer for our country. Pretty sad. He's a sad sack, and people don't know. They don't know who atheists do not know who Ludlow is.
From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we find our country's battles in the air, on land and sea. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor free. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marine. Our flags unfurled to every breeze, from dawn to setting sun. We have fought in every clime and place where we could take a gun. In the snow of far-off northern lands and in sunny tropic seas, you will find us always on the job, the United States Marine.
In fact, I have some more. I'm going to have some more pictures here in a second exposing Bill Ludlow. And we have another one, the face of a raving, like that's what he does, these crazy faces. And here's one of his sock accounts, Jimmy Smith, and on Facebook. So this is one of his many sock accounts. Now, why would someone, like I said, that's so confident in evolution go out of his way to pester and troll Christian pages? Think about that. And he was never nice or respectful in any ounce. In fact, he was in the opposite. He had motives to try to take down pages. And there's another one. I mean, how many sock accounts that he has? It's ridiculous. So tonight you could see that how many sock accounts how desperate do you have to be to do that? See, he's desperate. That shows the credibility of evolution and atheism. If you're going to be that desperate to try to take down people's pages and then try to troll them and pester them.
Stuff about me or about other creationists. Why is there such an irrational hatred? When we showed the tour, the walkthrough tour of Dinosaur Adventureland, one guy, Bill Ludlow, did a whole YouTube on where's the dinosaurs at Dinosaur Adventureland? Where's the adventure? The haters just like to hate, okay? Like this one he did, scam alert. Okay, Bill. Here's the deal. I have a burden to use dinosaurs. I think I got one here somewhere. I want to use dinosaurs for the glory of God and use the science knowledge I have and the soul wind. I want to use it for God's glory. He posted another one 7 days ago. Bill, you got me in your head, don't you, Bill? That's okay. Come on down. I'll give you a tour, all right? Kent Hovind can't learn Facebook, but he remembers to use his fallacies. I don't use any fallacies. It's the evolutionists that are using the fallacies. I'll show you in a minute. So, Bill Ludlow has 3,000 subscribers and has done quite a few videos, and many of them are anti-Hovind videos. His blog is creationsciencefiction.com. And they're always picking on us, trying to ride on our coattails. We now have almost 134,000, folks. It keeps growing. Every day, more people sign up. So I did the walkthrough commentary of Dinosaur Adventureland. Steve came around without any warning and just videotaped everything, just to see it as it goes day by day. And then I stopped at his place a couple days ago and did a voiceover. And here's what's going on. I enjoy my life. I enjoy Dinosaur Adventureland. I'm happy. I don't see too many happy atheists. The Bible says the way of the transgressor is hard.
Well, I'm a happy guy, Kent. I got a great life. Children who love me. Never been accused of a felony. Never been accused of a felony. Never been accused of a felony.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Chevy John don't come for you? Tell me what you wanna do, what you gonna do? Yeah, bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys.
Never been accused of a felony. Never been accused of a felony. Never been accused of a felony.
Well, I think everybody now knows who the real Bill was. He couldn't stand to have anybody believe anything other than what he believed. And he took people down, he hunted them down, and he posted lots of lies about a lot of people, including myself. But as you can see here, Bill lost the big one that he kept telling everybody I was losing and I was going to go to jail. Not the truth. The truth here is on September 10th, 2019, I was given the copyrights, the registration, trademark registration for all 50 states of the United States. This was a month prior to Bill's death. He, as posted earlier, said there would be no problem to stopping this. Well, Bill didn't quite understand that the previous two filings were abandoned by myself, as he posted his rebuttals, which of course were lies, but me and my lawyer had to take them in and deal with them and prove them wrong. And we finally filed with what we believed was the winning argument. And Bill was unable to stop it. He lost. The final round. His other claims of victory and my criminal activities on this were all lies. We simply, as my lawyer suggested, abandoned and refiled after he played his hand. Worked out fine. As you can see here, the date of allowance is the date that I myself was allowed to use the trademark. It was finished. I had passed all the requirements the court has given me the trademark. So if September 10th, 2019, I was given permission by the Federal Agency of Trademarks to begin using this trademark nationwide, in which I did. So September 10th, 2019, it was over. Bill came down with stomach cancer. He didn't tell anybody about it. I'm not quite sure when he was informed he had it, but I do understand it wasn't until just prior to his death by a few weeks, maybe a month. But as you can see here, as of October 21st, that was the day he died. And over a month before that, this case was settled. It was over. So it wasn't anything that was pursued after his death. It was taken care of and finalized and won in court over a month before Bill passed. And he was still fighting it. But he lost. This is the trademark that has been granted me in all 50 states. I did nothing wrong. My equipment was stolen when I was working in Lansing, Michigan. Turns out to be Bill's hometown. And in my equipment were 2 banners, Dirty Goats Productions. Coincidence? I don't think so. Bill's already been proven to have stolen the software to operate his business. What makes you think he wouldn't steal the equipment as well, or buy hot equipment? I have no idea who stole the equipment. I do know that those banners were in with my equipment that I had purchased in Lansing, Michigan. And when I was packing up to leave Lansing, Michigan, I put the stuff in the car, which was on a U-Haul trailer, and the door was left unlocked. And in the morning, the equipment was gone. I then left Lansing, Michigan. Did not have time to file a police report. That doesn't change the facts. He went to court over stolen software that he ran his business on. And I personally believe he had my equipment because he had the same name that was on my banners that was stolen.